What sort of conversations with the Senate have you been having about H.R. 21?
Well, I think the Senate knows the position that we have with respect to it, and we'll see what the Senate does with it. But obviously, I think there's a lot of concern that anything that it hampers, I don't care whether it's a Democratic president or a Republican president, why would you hamper the ability of the country to be able to respond to emergencies and hamper the ability of us to be able to lower costs as a result of those emergencies? So I think the Senate understands the importance of that and hopefully will act accordingly.
Thanks, Madam Secretary. You mentioned the refilling or replenishment of the SPR. I know in January you guys, I think, kind of rejected offers that didn't feel like were adequate to start that process, kind of delaying, at least from the February perspective. What's your sense of how successful the process you guys have laid out will be given this first delay or insufficient offers? And do you have any concerns about the ability to get exactly what you need based on the floor and the plan that was laid out?
Yeah, I have no concerns that we will be able to refill and replenish the SPR and do it at a savings to taxpayers. And our goal was to start with the first 60 million barrels of replenishment. The offers that we received did not meet specification or price. And so we'll stay tuned for an announcement on how we're going to go back at that first 60. But we have a three-part strategy, too. One is to accelerate some of the exchanges that were announced before to get those back in. And second was, in the omnibus bill at the end of last year, we canceled the sales of the congressionally mandated sales for 24 and 25, up through 27 actually. So there was a significant savings of having to send out oil. But we're going to continue to work on this. I think in the end, because of the way this has been managed, people will be pleased to see the savings to taxpayers.
Just real quick, could you tease a little bit of the statement that we're supposed to be staying tuned for?
Well, just stay tuned. It's going to happen very soon.
Thanks, Green. Thanks, Secretary Granholm. So gas prices are now up 33 cents over the past month. The president took credit for the prices coming down. The Strategic Petroleum Reserve, as you mentioned, is no longer releasing. Does the president get credit for the price of gas going up?
Well, it's obviously based upon international and climate events. So, for example, Winter Storm Elliott pulled 2 million barrels off the U.S. market because of refineries that went down. That crimp in supply causes prices to go up. What happens in China? Are they going to be opening up soon? Is there expectations regarding an increase in demand? That is something that happens on a global market. The whole point of this is that this Strategic Petroleum Reserve is a tool that we have, that we can control. We may not be able to control the weather. We may not be able to control what happens at OPEC Plus or in China, but we can control what we have access to. And that's why this tool is so incredibly important. We'll see what happens with respect to the price of gas. We know that there are still refineries that have been pulled down, both for maintenance as well as because of Winter Storm Elliott. But in the end, we think it'll be balancing out soon.